Hello everyone, Bearded Brush. It's a bit of a random little mini video really. So I decided a while ago to paint up my cherished classic MIDI of Glorfindel unarmoured. I challenged myself to paint him in a different colour scheme that I've never done before. I wanted to go for an autumnal sort of look. I wanted something a bit different, lots of oranges and browns within an elf model. I've been inspired by other models in the past. I'd seen from Games Workshop, the White Dwarf magazine, pictures from the internet. I always remember one picture, all sticks in my mind, and I can't find that White Dwarf anywhere, but there's a White Dwarf where someone had painted Gildor and Glorian, and he had painted them with another 12 Lothlorien wood elves, basically. But he'd painted them with real light colours, like blues, like oranges, and he'd given them that spectral aura type look to encompass the scene in the extended film where Frodo and Sam, they hear the song, from the elves, and they find them and they see the elves walking through the woods, don't they? And it's all that sort of spectral colour, it's all sort of misty and stuff. And I believe in the book as well, so they do describe walking onto the elves, walking onto Gildor with that same aura, and that's what he went for. And has always inspired me after all these years. I mean, that White Dwarf, if memory serves me rightly, I mean, that must be 15, 16 years ago. I mean, I was still in upper school when I read that article, I'm sure it was. And it's all stuck in my head, and I've always gone with the sort of the tried and tested colour schemes of most of the armies. And I just suddenly thought, you know what, that'd be really cool. Gildor, the model lends itself to different colour schemes because he's not armoured. He's got some nice flowing robes. There's so much you can do with him. And so I thought, sod it, why not? Let's go for it. Worst that can happen is I can just dunk him in some white spirit something afterwards and clean him up and start again. Yeah, and I'm really pleased with how it come out. I'll put it on the GBHL Facebook page and the Lord of the Rings Miniatures Rock page, and I had quite a few nice comments and likes and stuff, which is always nice, always supportive. And since then, funnily enough, as I'm sure all of you know, Gildor, this version of Gildor, along with his mounted partner, is back. Glorfindel, sorry, is back, and obviously Gildor is as well. And yeah, I will be buying them because that's awesome. I mean, I paid a fair bit for this guy because he's starting to get to that point of like, the eBay sellers are saying, oh, he's rare, oh, he's this, that, and the other. But I've gone for a decent price. I think it's about £15, which is fine. I was happy with that. And that's quite a while ago that I bought this as well. I always intended to get the mounted version as well, but that went for a lot more on eBay. So I'm very pleased that they're back in stock. Not yet, not at the moment. They were, and then they weren't, then they were, then they weren't. So I've got to keep trying. But it's great that they're back. It's great that It's great Games Workshop has brought these miniatures back. I think it's fantastic, and long may it continue. It seems to get some great support from everyone, which is obviously only ever going to be a good thing because it's obviously going to make them want to keep doing it. Happy days. But all that blah 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 aside, so here he is. That's a massive fact. I don't know if you just heard that sort of dinking sound. That was a huge behemoth of a pigeon just flying down and taking out a plate, which has got some birdseed and stuff out on the back garden. And I think actually that may in fact be a Balrog pigeon. It's freaking enormous. It's either that or he's doing roids and he's working out down the gym. But yeah, anyway, so here is Glorfindel in all his glory. Yeah, really pleased with how he came out. The face is a bit fugly. I'm still not too happy with the face. I'm happy with the face at this point. Focus, baby. There. Oh, no. Come on. Come on. Come on, don't let the fans down. Come on. Right, okay, maybe I'll do the old tried and tested trick. No, that ain't made a jot of difference, has it? Bear with me, folks. Oh God, it's going completely wrong now. Oh, this is embarrassing. There you go, like a little bit. There we go. That's a bit better. There you go. Thank you for sticking up with that. So yeah, I'm happy with his face this side. The cheeks, the eye, the nose, it's all come out nicely. You look at him front on, and it's like he's been hit with the ugly stick. And then you go on this side, and it's not a lot better. The necklines are brilliant, the ears good, the jawline's great, but it's just the top of that bit of face there. What the hell happened? And I think it might be a slight miscast. I don't want this to represent the model itself because when I got him, because obviously it's a support of eBay, so someone else had had a go painting him already. and the top of his face had a funny groove which didn't look right. So I got a file and I tried to smooth it down, which did work because if I'd left the groove on there, that would have looked even worse. But I think it may have been a slight miscast, or maybe the previous owner had, I don't know, attacked it with a knife. It was a clean groove. It was very strange, and because of that, it has sort of deformed the model slightly. Like the nose is a bit stunted. It doesn't have a nice point. I don't know if he tried to smooth that down or something, and also the mouth. It slants down. I don't know if that's like here. There's like a big lump here as well. You can't really see him. So I tried to paint it and hide it with the painting, but this was like a lump of metal just on his mouth, and it didn't look natural. So I do wonder if it's a slight miscast. It doesn't matter because the model itself is gorgeous, but he does have a bit of a fugly face. I do apologise, but I did spend, believe it or not, about 2 hours trying to get the skin tones and the face right. So I'm quite happy with how it come out. I'm going to say that this is Glorfindel in his like late 50s. You know, life has been hard on him and he's starting to struggle. But yeah, late 50s, 50,000s. But yes, I've gone for a nice orangey sort of colour, going off on a tangent there. I did loads of mixes of this model. I couldn't even tell you half the paints I used because some of it was just pure and utter experimentation. So we've definitely got some Mornfang Brown. Mornfang Brown. We've got some Mephiston Red, sorry. We also had Corn Red, I think it's Corn Red, which was mixed in. We had Troll Slayer Orange. There's a couple of light shades of orange, lots of browns as well. Have all been mixed in. I've literally just gone for loads of different colour combinations. Like each part of his coat, his cloak, his surcoat, all the layers of materials have got a very nice blend of colours, and I think it's come out nice. I hope you guys think the same thing. I'm happy with his hair as well. I do struggle with blonde hair. I can never quite get that to look sort of relaxing enough. Relaxing. Can't get it to look accurate enough. But I think it come out nice on this. I was going to go for a non-metallic metal type colour attempt on his sword, but that didn't seem to come out well on the Frida model from the Dunlendings. So I've just gone for your normal tried and tested metallic paints on the sword because I feel safer doing that. I need to practice that technique a bit more. But yeah, that's him. Nice. What I also like as well, fun of this model, is the subtle bit of just the mail, just under his, just poking through there. It makes it very subtle and it shows that he's still armoured, even though he's got all these lovely robes and clothes on. He has got armour on. I like that. I think that's quite a nice touch. And his little crown, is that a crown circlet on his head there? Is nice. The details on his boots is very nice. I did white on that just to make it really stand out, the bold white colour. Just simple white, just as it is, ceramite white, or maybe even white scar. And then the base. So it's literally a little piece of slate, literally that, and a couple of tiny little stones of ballast from a Hornby ballast stone bottle pack thing. We've got a little bit of static grass. We've got a little bit of clump foliage, that spongy stuff like there, say for example, just here. Again, that's from a Hornby set, Jarvis Scenics, very good stuff, I recommend them. And then we've got some leaves, and the leaves are made from just colouring a piece of paper with some browns, oranges and reds and yellows and blending them across back and forth on an A4 piece of paper. Painted that on both sides of this little corner of a bit of paper. And then from green stuff, I have a little leaf stamp cutter, and I just used that, just went nuts, sprinkled them on, and then yeah, a little bit of PVA watered down just to glue it all down, giving him a varnish spray. He has a slight shine look to it because of that, but that's okay. And yeah, and that's him. So that's my little showcase of just that one humble little Glorfindel. Really pleased with him. I'm not like how he came out. Nice. It's a bit of fun to sort of experiment on colours I haven't normally painted with on this sort of model, if that makes sense. That was good fun. I really enjoyed doing that. And that's it. And my camera's not focusing for some reason. Yeah, there we go. That's beautiful. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate it very, very much. And this is the Bearded Brush signing off. Take care, guys. See you soon.